Hey everybody, I'm Dave, I drink coffee and I talk about Conquer Online. Today we're gonna be working on a really hard subject. It's what people are spending on Conquer. Yeah, before we're gonna start, I wanna tell you guys, if you got a thought about this subject, above here we've got the link to the Facebook page. I will post a video online and you can give your comments about it. What do you think? Do you think I made the wrong calculation? If you got a thought about something, please let me know. But okay, I was thinking, like, what should I do? A lot of people are spending a lot of money on Conquer Online. Everybody knows it, but it's really hard to detain how many dollars everybody is spending. So I was like, yeah, let's make a calculation and let's see how much it will cost. Well, just to start, you got three kinds of people playing Conquer Online. You got the noobs, they are not full plus 12, they are just playing with a bound account, that kind of stuff. Not all the bound accounts are noobs, because if you hit the plus 12, you'll be considered like an average player. Well, in my calculation, you're an average player. Average players, and then the third category is the big kings, the bulkers, the guys who are spending really big chunks of money, or who are spending big chunks of money here on this game. So, as you can see, I am, according to my calculations, I'm like, yeah, between the average and the big bulker. I think I can call myself a big bulker. I have spent it so much dollars. I spent it way much more than I calculated. But as you can see, I'm full plus 12. My perfection is done. My G is pretty nice. I got the 398, the 386, the 395 and the 395. I'm a water. I also got a second set. I got a bag, some extra plus 12 boots. So yeah, I can say I'm a bulker. So there we go. All my calculations that I'm gonna do are considered an average on Storm. Of course, you can get items cheaper. It's all fluctuating. It's all depending on the prices at the moment on Storm. But I've been checking for a couple of weeks, and I think I found the average price. So let's make a small calculation. If you're gonna be full plus 12, what will that cost you? Well, there we go. I've got a small calculation here. My calculation is based on perm P7 gears plus 12. If you're gonna look at the market here on Storm, you can find different prices, but it's not always like that, because some people are selling it really quickly, really cheap, because they scam people or they just want to get rid of their gears. And the other guys are just buying stuff cheap and sell it expensive. So I've got something in between. Well, if you want to have plus 12 P7 gears, a full set, that means you're gonna buy a fan, tower, crop and wings. The average price of that at the moment without high perfection is like 13,500 CPs each item. So yeah, that means you're gonna spend 54,000 CPs. So that's roughly 2.5 bulk on just those 4 items. Then you got the ring, the boots and the necky. The average price from those gears here on Storm perm P7 is about 15,000 CPs. Of course you can find it cheaper, of course you can find it more expensive, but that's the average price of gears here at the server. Then you need some headgear, some weapons, some armory. So yeah, it's tough. It depends on what class, but if you're gonna calculate again with the average class, then you're gonna be spending 12,900 CPs each item. You guys agree or you guys don't agree? Let me know in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think. So if you're gonna calculate everything, you're gonna be spending around 150,000 CPs. 150,000 CPs. That's about 7 bulks. So that's the price of gears, guys. And we're gonna calculate the average spendings on every account. Nowadays you see more and more people spending shitloads of money and really working hard on their gears. So it was tough for me to decide what am I gonna do. What's the average I'm gonna calculate on perfection, because the next thing is perfection. I was like, yeah, if you're gonna go to a war server and you wanna be something at a war server, you need to be full perfection. So how much does that cost to be full perfection? If you got no perfection on your gears, it's gonna be 17 items. 17 items to make it perfect. Of course, everybody's making perfection out of in the game, bouncy piece, questing, that kind of stuff. But let's say you just bought yourself an account, a level 140 account, naked, nothing on it, and you want to do it, and you really want to do it fast because you're in a war. Well, then I made a little calculation. One-handers, if you're most of the accounts need one-handers to have the weapons done. An average one-hander is about 3,000 CPs. Oh, this is much better. So like that. Average one-hander is about 3,000 CPs. You're gonna need 17 of those times 2 because you got 2 hands. That's 102,000 euros. CPs, I'm sorry. That's really expensive. Euros. Then you're gonna need an armor and headgears. Armors and headgears, they're roughly 3,000 CPs each. So about the same amount, 100,000 CPs. Then you got it done. Then you got your 2 weapons and your armor and headgear done for like 200,000 CPs. But then the expensive stuff, guys, the boots, the ring, the necky and the crop. Yeah, that's the thing. I found a lot of them and they are like sometimes they are like 4,500 CPs, some they are 6,000 CPs. Some even more, sometimes even more. So I was like, yeah, let's do 5,500 times 4 times 17, because yeah, we've got 4 items. That is 374,000 CPs. Then we've got the fan and the tower. The fans, towers, 5,000 CPs each, times 17 times 2, 170,000 CPs. The steeds. Yeah, last time I was here, steeds were really cheap, 4,300. I saw some 4,300, I saw some 5,800. Yeah, average price 5,000 CPs. If you can get it cheaper, you can get it cheaper. I don't say this is the price you should buy it for. It's just an average of prices, because if you want to buy like 17 fans, it's nearly impossible to do that within one day here on this server, because there aren't that much fans. Same with the other stuff. So steeds, 85,000 CPs, then you have 17 plus 8 steeds, and yeah, then you're done. Your steed will be done. Wings, 6,450 CPs each. Yeah, and I think it's pretty cheap, but yeah. 109, 650,000 CPs. So a totally of 942,650 CPs to have your perfection done. I think, yeah, that's what I calculated. And of course everybody is doing the quests. You've got some awesome quests with a lot of perfection. But in my calculations I was counting that every account got his arena and his arena store, and you can get 3 plus 12 items from the arena store. Yeah, you're gonna need it as an STG set. Most guys are really smart and they made an STG set from those points. So you also need perfection on it, and you can do that with your perfection stones from the event. So there you go, guys. That's already 1.1 million CPs just to get that done. Oh man, yes, it's a bitch. It's really a bitch. But then we're not there, because every account wanna have the extra power, and you're gonna need some garments. Some normal garments, some steed garments, just for that little extra bit of power. So I calculated like this. Normal garments you can find 11 at the Bound shopping mall, so that's where your Bound CPs will go. You can buy 35 normal garments, so if you're gonna go to the wardrobe, level 1, 10, 15, 30, 36, well, let's say 35 normal garments from the shopping mall. Then I had something like, or I mean, not shopping mall, like you can buy it from the market if you're lucky, and that's the cheap way. Really, guys, this is the cheap way. 35 garments, 60 CPs each, that's about 3 million. I think that's a decent price, because you won't be finding them, the lowest one in the garment, but okay. You can get 3 from the rush, from some kind of shopping rush for free, but every bulker should be having one badass garment. Same with your steed garment. We'll come back to that later. So yes, you can buy steed garments, 16 from the arena. You only need to do is fights, be at events, that kind of stuff. You can buy 10 cheap at the market. Yeah, you got the level 1 steed garments. Mounts, level 1, those, Mars deer, Abyss tiger, Maris deer. Let's say you can find 10 at the market. Every one you can find more is really nice, because steed garments are really expensive. So then you'll be spending like 600 CPs on that. You can get 10 from events. Yeah, you got some decent events where you can get some steed garments. I think it's a little bit much, especially if you just want to start. But okay, you can get 10 from events, and then you need more from the market, and the average is like 645, and then we're talking about level 2 and 3 steeds. Look at that, like the wild camel. They are expensive. They are 645 CPs. If you're gonna look further, yeah, maybe the Thunder Tiger is a little bit cheaper, but if you want some level 3, yeah, we all know it's a little bit more expensive. The higher the stars, the more expensive it is. So yeah, that's explaining it. So 13 times 645 CPs, 8,385 CPs, and then you need a badass one for 5,000. So the badass ones, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the Star Rooster. For that event you need to pay maybe a level 5 one. The King of Scorpions, I saw those cheap. I don't think you can get the Wild Frostcast armor, the Somsat Cloud for that kind of money. Maybe if you're lucky, but then you got a really badass steed garment. Fierce Cloud, yeah, the Auspicious Cloud, they just came out, so I really don't think you can buy them for 5,000 CPs, but okay. You want a nice garment, steed garment. Same with the normal garments. You can buy some level 5s. You can also buy some level 4s. The Flame Dance, yeah, you got to spend for that. Tender Flame, forget about it. You won't be getting it below the 20,000 CPs. Same with, where the hell is it? My Blue Thirst. I got one with some extra effects. You won't be buying them from that price, but okay, it's just an average number, 5,000 to get a really nice garment. So then totally you'll be spending a bulk, 21,000 CPs. That's an awful lot, I know, but that's the price of Conquer Online. If you want to look awesome, if you want to look amazing, and you will be having the extra stats, look at that. More Heaven Blessing, more Champion Points, more Magic Attack, Magic Defense, more P Attack and P Defense. Same with the Mouth same things. More P attack, more P defense, M defense, M attack. Then you'll have to get 50 of those. Yeah, not too bad. Totally forgot about my coffee, and I need coffee. So, next thing, nobility. Every server got nobility. We were talking about average accounts, not about kings, not about queens. If I look here at my server at light at the moment, I think the average account is about 10 billion. 10 billion, yeah, an awful lot. And of course you can get a lot from the game. But I was thinking most people should be able to donate like 4 billion from their extra cash. If they're not gambling, if they're not spending the money big, which we are doing of course. But let's say you can get like 4 billions from the game. You need to buy 6 billion, that's 60,000 CPs. If you're gonna buy it from the exchange, then you'll be spending one bulk. So yeah, I filled in one bulk and there we are. So calculated that together, everything together, the perfection, the garments, the gears, the nobility, with only 10 billion, then you'll be spending, hold on tight guys, 1,134,335 CPs. Yeah, then I really think I got the average number. Yes, that's, here we go. If you're gonna buy it from the site, 4,200 on PayPal, biggest pack you can buy, then you need 270 packs. 270 packs times nearly $60, then you'll be spending a good $16,000. That's about 15,000 euros. Just for the gears and some garments. Yes, then we aren't talking about chi, inner power, and your study points. I do know that the study points you can get them from the events, and like everybody knows, study points will come. It just takes some time. I still got 150,000. The other thing is inner power, and of course inner power just came out. Everybody needs to find out how it works, and okay, everybody can spend 2 bulks on it and it could be done, but there's also something about luck because you need to get the right stats, that kind of stuff. So I haven't been calculating that. I also didn't calculate chi. Chi is a bitch because you need to be lucky. If you see my chi, I think you guys saw me spending one stat here. The full immunity took me about roughly 5 million chi points. I think even more, but just to get it. The first full one is expensive, but it's doable. The second one also doable, but the third one, it's nearly impossible. And imagine the fourth one with the stats you need. I can't calculate that. Some guys are luckier than other guys, and it's really hard, guys. What should I calculate about that? If you're gonna count this, it's 16,000 without that, and then we're not talking about the big kings. I'll have Bang Rock, Super Hector, that kind of stuff, those kind of characters, Lucifer, Alice with her queen, Shadow Dancer, it's just insane. Then you're talking about nobilities above the 100 billion and 2 billion at a normal rate, because at the war server you're not gonna wait until there's a shopping rush. You need to buy CPs, you need to buy money, and 1 billion is 100 euros. Yeah, about that. So that's like 10k euros, maybe a little bit cheaper, let's say 8,500 euros just for that nobility, just for the 100 billion. That's going insane. And then I think we need to go to the Conquer Online side, because I don't know how the nobilities are at the moment. If we're gonna look at the rankings for the top donator, I think it's probably Bangrock. Top noble, Bangrock at number 1 with a 300. Oh, what the fuck? They got. Oh, he's at 2 servers. Bangrock is at 301 billion. Then we've got Bahubali, that's Super Hector, I'm sorry, it's Bahubali. He's at 264.2 billion. That's like, yeah, it's insane. It's going up, and where's the end? So yeah, they are really spending big time. Same with Chi. We can only guess how much those guys are spending on Chi. I do know from El Jefe, from Mike, and from Josh how much they probably approximately spending, but it's thousands and thousands of euros or dollars. Don't even talk about Bangrock. Maybe he was a little bit lucky with the Chi boosters. Maybe he got helped. Nobody knows. He's the only one with 4 times 400, and his water got 3 times 400, guys. Don't forget about that. So furthermore, it's really hard to detain how much it really costs. I do know that the GMs are making a hell lot of money on this game. About that we're gonna talk later. I'm gonna do another episode about how much the GMs probably make. Well, I can just guess. I can only guess. And how the GMs are making money. I want to make a video about that. But yeah, oh man. Walking around there in my garment. If you're gonna look at those garments, those critical strike garments, or my tender flame, those kind of garments, you'll have to spend more than 20,000 CPs. It's a bulk for a garment. Don't talk about the Snow Fox. I think if you can buy one for 50,000 CPs, it's really cheap. I don't think you can buy one for 50,000 CPs. And then the STG set, yes. As I told you guys before, I think most of the accounts should make them bound. Yeah, make those 3 bound items, and in the end, it could be cheaper. Of course it could be cheaper. Not everybody got his perfection done. Not everybody is really buying CPs through the site, but it's just I need to make an example, and for me this is probably what it has cost. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, let's make it a little bit smaller. Just with my calculations. Yeah, of course it could be cheaper. Maybe not. I mean, I've been searching for a week on Storm, and before I have also been searching on Storm just to see prices, because I wanted to get my perfection done, that kind of stuff. And it was a bitch. It was really a bitch to do it, because yeah, it's an expensive game. It is, and it still will be an expensive game. So this is what I think Conquer is costing you if you want to be there at the war, if you want to help out and you really want to make a difference. You need to get full plus 12 P7 gears. Oh yeah, also not talking about stabilizing refineries, because that's also expensive. Perfection done, garments, you'll have to have the 50 steed guns and the 50 normal garments. And nobility. With 10 billion at a war server, you're not ranked. You're totally not ranked. I could imagine that, but I just took the average amount at the moment. Having that said, yeah, that's what I think everybody is spending. Oh. For me, I spend more. To be honest, I think with my big spendings at the past, my addiction to the lottery, to the bandits, to poker, to blackjack, to all kinds of stuff, I think I spend it way more. Also that garment here, it's a 36,000 CP garment, the steed garment. It's also expensive. Of course, you can get it cheaper if you do the event. The event almost ended, so yeah, that's nearly impossible to do it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know on social media above here, Facebook, Dave, Lucifer Co. Yeah, now you can see it. I will post this video and I really want to know you guys' thoughts. Do you think I overrated it? Do you think I counted too much? Do you think I needed to do more? It's tough. It's really tough. It's rough. So let's say 1.12 million CPs. Yeah. I don't know. 1,150,000 CPs. I think somewhere around that range. And then you don't even have done the cheat. Yeah, I can't say anything more. But this was Dave. I drank coffee. Well, I forgot to drink coffee, but normally I'm drinking coffee. I'm talking about Conquer Online. I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what you think. Bye bye guys.